Hello everyone, this is Sanjay Parashar. Welcome back to the channel. This probably will be our last theoretical session. I just hate theory part of tutorials, but this is extremely important for your understanding of how data flows within Mule applications. And this will also tell you the recommended practices of integration as per MuleSoft. This lesson is also very important for MCD Level 1 certification. So today we will learn what is a Mule event and why it's extremely important for every Mule developer. We will also learn the API lifecycle or Mule application lifecycle. And in the end, we will learn the best practices recommended by MuleSoft for its API-led connectivity. A Mule event contains core information processed by the runtime. Mule event consists of Mule message, which has message payload and its associated attributes like for HTTP listener, there are HTTP query parameters, URL parameters, for file, its file name, and etc. This also has variables that you use in your flow, and in case of any error, that error message information is also stored in Mule event. Also, the Mule event is immutable. So every change to an instance of a Mule event results in the creation of a new instance. Java programmers will understand what I'm saying, but if you don't understand this, just think of that whenever a Mule event is updated, event processor creates a new Mule event with the change and pass it to the next processor. So first, a trigger reaches the Mule event source, like an HTTP request to call a REST API. Then event source produces a Mule event and passes it to the next event processor, and the Mule event travels through the components of a flow. So we can say that a Mule application starts with a Mule event and ends with a Mule event, and that's why understanding Mule event is extremely crucial for a Mule developer. Now let's talk about the recommended API lifecycle. In MuleSoft, API has mainly three phases. First is design, where we can design API in Anypend Platform's Designer Center. We can also publish it, create a mock service, test it with dummy data for inputs and outputs for client feedback. Second is implementation, where you develop the actual business logic in your Anypoint Studio based on the design of your API. Third one is managing your API, where you can deploy your application, secure it. You can use API Manager of Anypoint platform to further secure and apply different policies, SLA policies, etc. You also monitor your API in this phase. You will learn all these things in this tutorial series, but one video at a time. Lastly, let's talk about MuleSoft recommended practice of API-led connectivity. This is the old way how different APIs used to interact with one another in point-to-point integration. It was extremely difficult to build and manage. To overcome this, MuleSoft suggests a layered API architecture where you divide your APIs in three layers. First is experience APIs. They are the client-facing APIs with minimum logic and maximum security. Second is process APIs. They are the one where you write the orchestration and complex business logic. Third one is the system APIs, that is to connect to your different systems. But I want to emphasize on the fact that these are the recommendations, not the rules. You can develop your APIs as best fit to your needs. Alright, enough with theories and diagrams, I promise you all. In our next session, we will develop our first service in Mule. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video.